Hey everybody, it's Jim here. We've reached the end of another year making guitar videos on YouTube, and I've had a lot of fun doing it, mostly in part because of all of you who both watch and interact with this YouTube channel. Your support really does mean a lot to me. To mark the occasion, I'm going to be making two separate videos going over some of my favorite gear that I've gotten over the last 12 months. One where there's going to be no price cap whatsoever and used gear will also be eligible, and today's video where we're only going to be focusing on gear that can still be had for $1,000 or less brand new. All of the gear that we're going to go over today will have links to full reviews / demonstrations of it if you're interested in hearing or learning more about them. But for today, it's only going to be a brief overview and highlighting each piece of gear. This is not a sponsored video, however, I do have links to both Sweetwater in the United States and to Thomann in Europe. If any of this stuff interests you, if you use those links, it doesn't cost you anything extra and it does really help out the channel. To get things started, we're going to begin with the guitar, and you might be surprised which one it is. It's the Harley Benton JA Baritone, and I love this thing for a few different reasons. The first being, it was really easy on my wallet. It cost me under $300 shipped to my door in the United States. If you're in Europe, it would cost you even less than that, and I really feel like I got more than my money's worth with this one, which is almost par for the course when it comes to Harley Benton guitars in my experience. Sometimes when you buy guitars in this price range, you might find yourself spending more on maybe a different set of tuners, different set of pickups, bridge, yada yada yada, and the value proposition can slowly start to fade out the window. But in the case of this guitar, the only thing that I have changed on it are the strings themselves, because I'm totally satisfied with the rest of the instrument. It feels great, it sounds great, it is stable, and it is a writing tool that is unique compared to all my other instruments. If you've never played a baritone guitar, even if it's not this one, I highly encourage you to give one a shot. You can have a really basic kind of sounding riff or motif on a regular electric guitar. You plug it into one of these guitars, and all of a sudden it's got a little bit more moodiness to it, a lot more character, and as a writing tool, I find it to be an invaluable one. Next up is the Tone King Iron Man 2 attenuator. This is a little bit more expensive than the Harley Benton we just looked at. This is $675 new in the United States of America, but to me, it is well worth it. Mainly because the attenuation on this is by far the best that I've experienced out of a multitude of different products at different price points. It really maintains, it doesn't compromise your sound as much the more you use the attenuation, which is a godsend if you want to use an amp like the Pink Taco version 2 or even a higher wattage amplifier. It really allows you to get the most out of it and really get the tubes cooking without blowing your eardrums out. Add in the fact that I can use that amp or any amp in the room with this at any hour of the day or night silently, going straight into Pro Tools. Cherry on top. Next on our list is unfortunately not this guitar itself. The Fender Japan Vintage Jazzmaster be slightly more expensive than $1,000 if you were lucky enough to find one, but the pickups that are inside of it, the Lawler 63 Jazzmaster set. As soon as I put these in and I listened to the back-to-back between the stock pickups and these Lawlers, I was sold and blown away. They sound so big and so full, but they retain the clarity. And sometimes with Jazzmaster pickups, you're kind of picking one or the other. With these, you're getting the best of both worlds, and the people at Lawler Guitars really are top class, and I would highly recommend if you're in the market for a set of Jazzmaster pickups, you can have a set like these or the 58s to your door for $230. The penultimate piece of gear on this list is what I would consider to be the best mass-produced tube amp that you can buy for under $1,000. That is the Vox AC15. New, they cost $799.99 in the US. Sometimes used though, if you're lucky, you could find them for $300 to $500 in mint condition. And at that point, you are stealing the thing because it's an amp that is loud enough for you to immediately take out and start gigging with and have awesome tone tone. Built-in reverb, built-in tremolo. You have the option between the normal channel and the top boost channel. It works awesome with humbuckers. It really makes them shine. And with single coils, just dial the tone back a little bit and you might find a really usable sound. They're also extremely reliable. Rarely do I see these things broken down, and I've never had an issues with any of these Vox amplifiers. And the final piece of gear I'm gonna highlight in this video is something I genuinely use every single day. And I can't say that about even my favorite guitars. That is the Bose S1 Pro Plus portable PA system. This thing has so many uses that it just works for pretty much anything. Even if I'm not recording a video, using it as a drum monitor, using it as a self monitor if I want to use the HX Stomp without an amplifier and use some modelers, I can use this out on our record player to play music in the family room. I can use this as a karaoke machine to act like a kid with my daughter and just have a lot of silly fun. And knowing that the main purpose is as an extremely portable PA, because this thing is lightweight, under 15 pounds. It fills up a small, medium-sized venue sound-wise with absolutely no problems. It's got great battery life, and there's nothing to complain about with this thing, and I genuinely love it. And there you have it, my 5 favorite pieces of gear under $1,000 for the year 2023. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, please consider hitting a like or the subscribe button for more of this sorts of content popping up in your YouTube feeds. But don't forget, tell somebody in your life that you love, that you do love them. It is the holidays after all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy.